This is incredible.
Heyo, welcome. After my headset broke, I had been stripped of something I was so used to playing at a pretty decent frequency for about a month or so. Call withdrawal, cope loneliness, whatever, it sucked. Why was that? Well, let's talk about my history with the game for a bit. This used to be one of those games I used to be on and off with for a long time, but back in 2019, I recorded some VRChat footage with just a regular night, and it became VRChat is weird. The first video I ever edited. I made some follow-ups, VRChat is still weird, VRChat is weird again, and VRChat is weird once again, and these were beating out everything I was making at this point. So I talked to my friend Poro, and I said, look, this next VRChat video that doesn't have an is weird in the title gets #1 on the channel. I'm sticking with VRChat for a bit. I was used to the VRChat videos I made in the past doing well for me, but I wasn't expecting the amount of success it did for me at the time. Beating out everything I made, I had to stick around and see what wacky and absurd situations I could get myself in. Yo!
Hello.
Hey! How things been?
How's it going?
Pretty world.
Yeah, this is my my home world. There's like a big tree going through the center.
Oh, Jesus.
Goes across the floors. So talk me through a little bit, like what we're gonna do for the for this video.
Okay, it's really simple. I'm just gonna put a camera up.
There's a nice little campfire kind of setup
yeah.
going down here. If that
nice.
tickles your fancy. There's like an
maybe.
aquarium over there.
Oh, do you want to
want me
I was gonna
standing,
say,
sitting?
do you want to? It's really up to you, honestly. Do whatever you feel comfortable doing.
I mean, it's your footage. I don't mind.
Yeah, but it's you displaying you, you know? It's gonna be really simple. It's just 3 questions, and then you just answer them to the best of your ability, you know, as much as you feel comfortable doing. Alright, so question 1, I guess. How did you find out about VRChat?
I think in a way that many people did back during the big Knuckles boom.
I joined VRChat back in 2018, kind of around the Uganda Knuckles craze.
Kind of ever since like the whole Uganda Knuckles era when that was popping off on YouTube.
Suddenly, you couldn't go onto YouTube without seeing videos where people were memeing and trolling and...
And to be honest, it didn't really click with me. I did see it as like a sort of meme game, I suppose.
But I kind of forgot about it after that until I got on around the Christmas of 2020, really.
2020 happened and we hit COVID, and I started to get way more into VR. I'd had a PSVR for a while, so I ended up investing in a Quest and slowly made my way into VRChat as a social platform. I couldn't go out and interact with people in the real world, so having a VR headset and VRChat just kind of replaced that social interaction for me.
So I first was on my way to Dubai in 2018, and they have like a TV in Dubai in the airplanes, and there was Ready Player One. I had like a apprenticeship at the airport I used to be in for like 2 weeks, and they had like an HTC Vive stand where we were able to play specific games with 4 people at the time, like their own stand, like their own booth. I got inspired to get a headset afterwards, which I rented for $35 back then. Afterwards, I found out about VRChat again in 2022 through some YouTube videos, and instantly grabbed myself a Valve Index, 3 trackers that I still have to this day, and here I am.
I was still treating the whole experience as a content machine more than anything else, but then I got full body tracking, and that changed everything for me. I made a video, met some cool people at Tube and Rift Clubs, and they helped me look more into the game below the surface. Because the plan was to do a video focused on just the general usage of this, then one themed around like exercising and bullshit like that, and then the third one's about clubbing and dancing.
Have you heard of the Mighty Gym?
The Mighty Gym? No, but that is... I'm actually gonna... Let me write that down real quick, hold on. The Mighty Gym, FNDP, VR Dancing, Anticrust Manor, and of course the VRDA. All of these communities helped me find new life into the game. But now what? Well, I look back and see how far I've come.
So I'd say that's how I found VRChat, but how I got into VRChat was through finding communities like the filmmaking community, the dance community, and all those kind of smaller but like incredible groups that I'm a part of.
Well, you sort of beat me to the punch for that second question. I was gonna say, What got you to stick around afterwards?
The initial curiosity of what kind of chaotic place this might be is what drew me in, but what made me stay were the incredible, cool people that I ended up meeting. Some of my very best friends, actually, I met here in VRChat.
I really quickly found people that I resonate with, so I'm still sticking around because these people mean a lot to me, and these connections that you are creating, these are real people and the emotions are real.
When I got on, and how most people probably get on, you're probably not all that social. Not a lot of people are. But meeting that right person to allow you to fully understand what this is. I wouldn't be here if I didn't meet my first ever friend group.
I do think the main thing that has been like the pull for like the past 2 years has been my filmmaking endeavors. I sort of started taking interest in not only making content in VR, because I mean I started off like with YouTube just doing like videos on VR games, but then I decided I wanted to bring my real world love for filmmaking, and you know, that's my career, that's my passion. I wanted to see if I could bring that into VR. So I started work on my first big VR project, being my own documentary called Virtually Us, and through making that I found the Virtual Reality Dance Academy, I found the VR filmmaking community,
Creators and members of this incredibly creative community of people who now I work with and do game development with and work on films with. All of that was made possible by the people that I met here.
I have full body tracking, a custom avatar, a thrown together but still functioning custom world, and now I'm about to graduate university for game design. What the hell happened to time? I've been through so much, changed myself from a person who was quiet into himself all the time, to someone who found more of a personality and is willing to meet new people who are honestly there for me and not for my content. This game is no longer a game to me, it's a social platform, much like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and all the others. The main difference is you see the people you interact with. You be whoever you want to be, and just explore any world you could ever want. It's honestly an amazing feat, and something I never would have imagined. Is there anything you'd like to add for the audience then?
I guess you can follow my film works online. My YouTube channel is TwoEZDragon.
VRChat is not all that of a bad place. Look around, explore, and find what sticks to you. You will find the right people to hang out with and enjoy your time on here.
I would say a huge shout out to the TVRS community. It was Fia and her events that ended up connecting me with so many of my friends, people like Yama, and we started our own small hangout groups, and that grew, and we now all work together. And
I just hope that you can experience the amazing stuff that I've experienced in this game, because it is just incredible and otherworldly.
VR is so much more than you would ever expect it to be. And the people behind any of these wild avatars, those are what make sticking around through all of the weirdness worth it.
VRChat is better than VRChat, okay? Stop. Don't do the VRChat thing. VRChat is better, okay? VRChat. That's all I had.
You know, it's funny, I wrote my review for the game when I had 45 hours into the game, and yet it feels even more true now than it did before. While you can see some of the weirdest situations in this game, you can also see some of the best things you'll ever see. I know that part for sure. Don't be afraid to talk, and maybe you'll have the time of your life. Just make sure your internet connection's decent.
Resh, what are you doing?
Waiting tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
I don't think I'm doing anything.
Do you want to come hang out with us? We're doing a VRChat, just like hangout event.
I don't see why not. I wrote this review on November 9th, 2019, and my first video I ever made on YouTube that was actually edited was 6 days later. VRChat is weird. It's honestly symbolic, but I think I've said my praises for now. It's time to look forward instead of looking back for so long. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the stuff people tell you to do, and I'll see you all next time. I'm gonna leave the video off with where everything started, and show off the rest of the first clip I ever recorded for this game. Using the Xbox game bar, it was just a simple clip of a guy beatboxing while a bunch of small stormtroopers chase them. But it holds such a place in my heart after all this time. So, see y'all later.
Oh my god. Where'd he go? Yeah, kick her there. Where'd he go? He turned around. Get him!
Perfect.
Take the down.